On behalf of the faculty and staff of Oklahoma City Community College, I'm honored to welcome you to this commencement ceremony honoring the class of 2022. Please rise for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation by Regent Christy Bergen of the Oklahoma City Community College Board of Regents.
Good morning, all, and welcome. Please pray with me. Gracious and loving God, we are grateful for the opportunity to gather and celebrate our graduates as they receive their diplomas or certificates today. We lift them up in honor and celebration. We praise the families, friends, faculty, and staff who have empowered, influenced, and stewarded them to this point in their lives. May they find comfort from our community's continued embrace and support as they journey through their lives. Amen. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Regent Kevin Perry, the chair of the Board of Regents, and my colleague on the board.
Good morning. I just thought you all would say it a little louder. Everybody's excited today. Good morning. Oh, thank you. On behalf of Oklahoma City Community College Board of Regents and President Dr. Mantra Staley Jones, I welcome each of you to this momentous occasion. We're here to present the 49th graduating class of the Oklahoma City Community College and to present to them with their diplomas and certificates. We have some special message sent to our graduates. First, Dr. Barbara Gelman-Danley is the president of the Higher Learning Commission, who oversees the accreditation for over 1,000 institutions of higher learning across a 19-state region. OCCC is evaluated every 10 years to assure academic excellence across all areas of the institution. We are proud to report that the Higher Learning Commission has awarded OCCC with the perfect evaluation and renewal of a full accreditation. Please, round of applause. I'd like to thank you. You led the charge. I want to thank you for that. This speaks to the knowledge, expertise, and care with which our faculty and staff treat this institution and its students. Although Dr. Gelman-Danley could not be here with us today, she sends her highest regards and best wishes to you all. Next, before we begin, we would like to share with you a video presentation from Stephanie LeBlanc Godfrey, Global Head of Community Inclusion Programs for Women of Color at Google. Ms. LeBlanc Godfrey was unable to be here in person, but wanted to share this special message with our graduates.
Hello to the graduating class of Oklahoma City Community College. My name is Stephanie LeBlanc Godfrey, and I'm the Global Head of Inclusion for Google. My message to you today is simple, and one that my dear friend and your president, Dr. Matra Jones, shared with me during my own inflection point, like the one you're having now, receiving your degree. The message is, do it afraid. And I think this is actually a reminder for you, because as a member of the class of 2022, you took the step to invest in yourself in the midst of a global pandemic and a racial reckoning. You've done it afraid. You have the proof, your degree, that you are able to stay committed to your goal and finish what you start, no matter the external forces that you had to contend with. Bravo. And now, as you are on the other side as a graduate, it's important for you to continue with that spirit, to do it afraid. And so, as you celebrate today and reflect on your achievements and determine what's next, know that you can feel afraid and still move forward. You can feel afraid and not let it control or influence your decisions. I am so proud of you at this moment, and I know the faculty and staff of OCCC, your family, your friends, and your peers are as well. Breathe it in. You did that. Congratulations to you.
Now, I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker, a dynamic young lady, Ms. Raven Wade. Ms. Wade is an Oklahoma City native, an alumni of OCCC. While at OCCC, she was an active member of SCMS, TRIO, Phi Theta Kappa, and the Business Honor Society, Kappa Beta Delta. Raven also took part in the 2019 President's Leadership Class and was awarded the Civic Honors Distinction and Graduation for her dedication to the community. In 2020, Raven was also included in the Newman Civic Fellows cohort. At Oklahoma City University, Raven is studying finance. At OCU, she is an investment club member and led the ethics debate team to the national competition. Raven hopes to use her education to inspire future generations of students to get involved in their community and realize their potential through service. Please join me in welcoming to the podium, Ms. Raven Wade.
Hello, thank you for that amazing introduction. I'm very excited to be here and have the opportunity to share some of my story. When I graduated in 2020, the graduation was held virtually, and I can definitely say I do not envy the speakers who had to deliver their speeches through Zoom. But I promise, I know you guys are very excited to be awarded for this amazing achievement, so I won't go on too many tangents, but I hope that some of you can find inspiration or guidance in my story. So in high school, I was a relatively average student. I went to school, often tardy, and left right at the final bell. I really wasn't involved in any clubs. I kind of did the bare minimum. And like some of you, I went straight into college after high school at the University of Central Oklahoma. I was partying on Monday and Tuesday nights. I was getting off at 2 or 3 a.m. from my serving job and then trying to go to my 9 a.m. math class the next day. And as you probably can realize from that, it's not the recipe for success. On top of that, I realized that I was going to run out of financial aid by my first year for sure. So I decided to walk away and drop out. During that time in my life, I felt like a failure. I started working the 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. shift at Walmart. And early in the mornings when I was the only one on the road, I would just wish that I wasn't going somewhere where they didn't value me as an employee or even as a person. I had to work extremely hard for every dollar that I made, and I knew that I couldn't do that for the rest of my life, and I knew that I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. I knew that education was one of the only ways that I could craft a career for myself, and I couldn't afford the big universities, and so I knew that community college was one of my only options. But I did hear those voices of the high school students in my head saying that community college was for poor people, and I didn't want to be characterized that way. But I also remembered my mother, when she was attending here for nursing school, trailing behind her from class to class into the library when she would study, and I remembered how beautiful I thought the campus was at that time, and so I decided to give it a try. 2 weeks before the fall semester, I interviewed at the library to be a circulation tech. I thought that maybe this time that would help college stick, being immersed in campus life. And I don't know if you've ever been to the OCCC library, but there is a lot of downtime. And so during slow afternoons, Monica, the head of circulation, and I would chat, and she would urge me to apply for scholarships and different opportunities that were available. But I would always kind of shrug her off because I thought that my mediocre transfer grades from UCO and my lack of involvement in class and my lack of involvement in clubs would never have anybody see my application. And I thought that having my application outside of the ring to not even be considered was better than being rejected. But eventually I did apply, and I was awarded the Kayla Fessler Endowed Scholarship. When I was awarded this, I was shocked, and I was very, very honored because it was created to respect the impact of a professor, and that really meant a lot to me. This one event was the catalyst to a lot of amazing things in my life. I really started to become more confident. I started to speak up more in class. And shortly after, I received an email asking if I would like to do an interview to discuss the impact of scholarships on my life. And I was, again, very nervous. I didn't know if I had anything interesting to say. I didn't know if anybody would be willing to hear me out or even know who I was when they saw the video. But still, I went to meet Mr. Von Allen in the foundation office, and together we went into the auditorium. I met Mr. Randy Thurman, and I was able to tell a little bit about my story. And now that video has been used to garner thousands and thousands of dollars of scholarship money for other students. This one event was the catalyst to so many amazing things in my life. I was able to purchase my first set of textbooks, and as Tara Westover once said, I began to experience the most powerful advantage of money: the ability to think about things other than money. After this, Monica did not let up. She wanted me to keep applying for things, and one day she mentioned President's Leadership class. I'd never heard of it, so that night I went home, researched the class, and secretly started to want to be a part of it. I asked Ann Rea, the director of the library, if she would be willing to write my recommendation letter, and she agreed. And so I spent the following weeks writing and rewriting my entry essays until finally it was time to submit it, where I then transitioned to checking my email religiously every 5 minutes until finally I got an email from Dr. Largent congratulating me for being a part of the 2019 President's Leadership class. I was so excited because I would have the opportunity to meet the then president, Jerry Stewart, and I would also have the opportunity to take a leadership class. I'd never taken a leadership class before, and this was way out of my element. So of course, imposter syndrome creeped in. I didn't know if the students would be able to pick me out as the odd one out. I thought they may be more experienced. I thought they may just overall be more rounded than me. But I decided to do it. I put myself out of my comfort zone. And for one of our first assignments, we had to meet President Stewart for a 15-minute interview. And as we were talking, it quickly turned into 30. And towards the end, he asked if I'd heard of Students Connecting with Mentors for Success, SCMS. I hadn't. So he offered to walk me down to the office and introduce me to everyone. And as I was walking, I could hear the roar of students typing on computers, talking to one another, studying on the tables. And soon a very well-dressed man named Brian Dickens and his two coordinators, Tracy and Jermaine, approached me and introduced themselves. And you never know really what impact someone is going to have on your life, but those three individuals are like family to me and some of my closest friends. And through SCMS and President's Leadership and the activities that they afforded me, I started to really find a love for service and a very dedicated passion to providing an example of success for other people who look like me. Every opportunity I have stems from OCCC, and it taught me everything that I know. It taught me how to navigate a room where no one looks like you. It taught me how to dress professionally. OCCC taught me how to eat with etiquette. It taught me the difference between a salad fork and an entree fork. There's a difference. Through this love for service, I decided to join every club that I could. As you heard from my introduction, I joined TRIO, I was in Phi Theta Kappa, Kappa Beta Delta, still an active member of SCMS, and I really started to find a love for volunteering. I started regularly volunteering at Positive Tomorrows, and it just slowly snowballed and more opportunities presented themselves. I was all of a sudden in a better position to receive scholarships, and it was really a pivotal point in my life that all stemmed from one time putting myself out there. So if I can leave you with only one thing from this speech, please let it be that you need to get involved. You need to put yourself out there. And it is scary to put yourself out there. It's scary to be the youngest. It's scary to be the oldest. It's scary to be the least experienced. But it is truly the only way to grow. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank my amazing girlfriend, Etta, who has been there for everything and has often taken a back seat so that I could achieve my dreams. And to the donor that originally granted me that scholarship, it made a tremendous impact on my life. And I'm sure the donors for scholarships are a huge part of the reason why these amazing graduates are sitting in front of me. So whether you go into the workforce or you go into another university, put yourself out there. It doesn't matter what kind of grades you make. It doesn't matter how you dress. It doesn't matter your income level. You can have integrity at any point. It's half hard work, but it's half the connections that you make. So please put yourself out there, work hard. And I know you all will do tremendous, amazing things. I'm so very excited for you. I'm so very proud of you. And thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wade, for being here to support our graduates. You did a tremendous job. Let's give her another round of applause. We'd like to present you with a token of our appreciation. I want you to present it with me. Come on up. Thank you again. We appreciate all you've done for us.
Hello, everyone. Will the graduating class of 2022 please stand? Honored guests, members of the OCCC Board of Regents, and President Staley Jones. Each of the students standing before you has completed or will have completed this summer all the requirements for a certificate or an associate's degree. I present these candidates to you with my recommendation that the appropriate certificates and degrees be conferred upon them. President Staley Jones, what say you?
Thank you, Dr. Thomas. It's my privilege to honor your recommendation. Before I do that, I have a few words for you. We'd like to acknowledge our special guests in the audience that have joined us to celebrate you all today. I want to thank the families who've walked alongside you and the faculty and staff. You persevered through a worldwide pandemic, navigating through one of the most difficult times in our city, state, and nation with grace and fortitude. There are moments in our life when we accomplish extraordinary feats and learn that we have what it takes to overcome adversity. You endured. You overcame. You've already proven that you have what it takes to be successful. I'd like to challenge you. I would like to challenge you to keep reaching for the stars. I challenge you to always believe. I challenge you to envision yourself as an agent for change. And I challenge you to be creative and forward-thinking in everything that you do. You are our future leaders. And it is you that will shape the world far different than we see it today as you prepare us for tomorrow. I believe in you. As you embark on your journey, take time. Take time to volunteer. Take time to get involved. Take time to breathe. Take time for yourself, to know yourself. Discover your passions. Discover your purpose. Purpose is that element that will give you true fulfillment even when your journey becomes difficult. It is important that you never forget where you came from, but that you always remember to appreciate it, and that you will learn many things during your walk of life and throughout your educational journey that you must acknowledge. It is important that you embrace those discoveries and realize that they are shaping you to be the person you are today and the person you will become in the future. Those experiences will ultimately give you wisdom. You will then share your words of wisdom with future generations of youth, just as I am doing today. You should never be afraid to accept a challenge, never be afraid to make a mistake, never be afraid to ask why. Never be afraid to chart new territory that will potentially reshape your life. Dr. Maya Angelou once said, if you are always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be. You have no idea what you are capable of if you never try. Every successful person made errors and failed before they were successful. Those are, again, valuable life lessons which can only be learned through trial and error as they shape who you are. So as you map your next life journey, always remember to embrace, respect, and love others, as it can only take one act of or word of kindness that could make a difference in someone's life. You will find that all of the things you build in life, none will be more key to your happiness, more likely to endure than relationships. Remember that the best way to lift yourself up is lifting up others. Let's celebrate our strengths, successes, continued successes, and creating an environment that will foster forward thinking and future growth. I am grateful for our vast support system and the system that brought you over, the system of faculty, staff, parents, friends, families, workforce partners, and our community for giving us collective strength. I appreciate them being on this journey with us, and I applaud you today. You have done great work. Continue to do great work. Students, by the authority vested in me by the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and Oklahoma City Community College Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the certificate or associate degree for which you qualify. As a symbol of your graduation, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Caleb Simmons. Jaden Kester. Sierra Register. Nadia Howell. Latasha Todd. Destiny Martinez. Madison Diane Hoster. Kiba Johnson. Galen Frog. Courtney Tripp. Tara Lee Gray. Brittany Smiley. Karen M. Eaton. Madeline Jade Guttier. Jacob Matthews. Terrence Holmes. Alberto Diaz Garza. Letha Renee Richardson. Melissa Walker. Kristen Ann Birch. Letitia C. Harrison. Jamie Rogers. Peyton Randall. Langston Sterling Reynolds. Kimbra Martin. Bailey Hale. Samantha Crawford. Alana Williams. Christina Sherman. Logan Stepp. Christopher Aragon. Colton Harvey. Monica Cherry. Kelly Denise Nordine. Vivian Jazet. Elijah Warwick. Macy Brenner. Erica Howard. Cherish Johnson. Trey Davis. Shavana N. Berry. Jessica Bell. Isabella Arnez James. Kendra James. Addison Shelton. Yair Medina. Brianna Montoya. Raven Stevens. Zachary Davis O'Neill. Ida Kemoto Magote. Nele Lopez Ojeda. Haley Elizabeth Graham. Ryan Landon Harvey. Jake Woodrow. Jacqueline Bullman. Carla Maria Santos Perez. Joshua Thomas. Savannah Ivanaya. Dylan Hunter. Marion Jolene Johnson. Brittany Caesar. Nikabu Parfait Ogan Bamba. Mamadou Akare Yafa. Zongeko Annie Paul. Alexis Nicole Marie Green. Ashley Nicole Winans. Zalma Diaz. Amanda Fu. Kylie Rodriguez. Adrian Grace Collins. Trina Marie Clark. Isabella Nava. Hillary Hickman. Aaliyah Jane Boardwine. Abigail Newhouser. Jenna Manning. Andrew Sylvester. Ayamade O. Augustinson. Stephanie Taylor. Erica Mackenzie Green Bryan. Edis Molina. Jordan Carpenter. Krista Pendleton. Tyler Ratliff. Joshua Malik Hurd. Ashley Anderson. Jacqueline Tavera. Sergio Mancada. Allison Warren. Megan Kenkano. Kara McCullum. Joshua Knight. Haley Wilson. Zena Brock. Notnil Gaberwanot. Anissa Burloach. Micaiah Samilton. Cheyenne Presley. Janie Tuttle. Dominique Tanae Berry. Oswaldo Bay. Shania Ogburn. Daniel Lopez. Declan Nelson. Evelyn Pintor Ortiz. Tylee Johnson. And Arlena Way.
Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. Let's give them another round of applause. ceremony has concluded, but the celebration continues.